On the road of life, you're going to navigate some twists and turns. That's why it's best to have a friend. Two ladies, one show, endless wisdom. Your best life starts with self-reflection. Welcome, everyone, to another edition of the I Am Show. I am Anna DeVere, along with my lovely co-host, Melinda Boyer.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, and thank you. Thank you for introducing me. I am so excited about today. You have no idea, right?
I have some idea. We've been wanting this guest on for a while.
Yes.
So on the I Am Show, we check in. I'm going to tell you something, Melinda. I am what I would say is coasting. My energy is about here, flatlined, because I'm more productive in the morning. So I can't wait for our guest to come on and give us some tips and tricks. How about you? What's your check-in? How are you feeling?
Oh my gosh, I'm like here, okay? I'm like off the charts right now. And I'll tell you why, because this lady is just so amazing. Her energy's off the hook. She excites me every time I see her on Instagram. I started her program about 7 weeks ago, and I'm just so excited about where I am and how my mindset and how I think now about who I am as an individual, right?
Yeah.
And where I am going to be going even further just by the inspiration of this lady and her whole team of women who are just dynamic.
Wow. Well, let's not hold back. Let's bring her up. If you would introduce her, please bring up our
Yes.
esteemed guest, Sariah Veirs.
Hi, everybody. We get in the middle. Hi. I'm so
I'm
grateful to be
so
here.
excited to have you on this call, on this whole I Am show today, because it's just so exciting to me. When I first met you, and I heard you, actually, I hadn't met you yet, but I heard you. You were in your office. You
Oh,
were talking to your team, as you do every morning, to inspire, to help them, to motivate them, to give them so many dynamic energy, because when you walk into the room, I can feel you all the way in the gym when you walk
aw.
in the room. But
I love that.
your inspiration for everybody has been incredible. Sariah is with RCMC weight loss program in Rancho Cucamonga, but she also has one in Hemet, California, and she also has one in, is it?
Hesperia, and then one in Leander, Texas. Yep.
Wow. And she's growing exponentially. She's now going worldwide.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm really excited about that, to almost bring out, she'll be bringing out her own products as well. So I'm thrilled about that. But I want to talk about a little bit, because I started your program about 7 weeks ago, and I've lost 17 and a half pounds since
Nice.
then.
That's
Right?
awesome. Yes.
Okay, I'm leaning
So,
in.
right? Right? But I want to say something, because I've done programs in the past, right? But I've done them solo, or I've done them on an app. But you also have an app on a phone that I was so blown away with, because not only are you tracking your food, you're doing workouts on there, you're doing so many different things. When I first seen that, I was like, what is this, right?
Yeah.
But we also get personal coaches. But I want to talk to you a little bit about, because you talked about something on your Instagram post the other day about mindset. And that is one of the things that I think that most people who start a weight loss program to get healthy, right, don't understand that it starts with your mindset, right? And we all say, yes, we come in with our mindset, right? But are we really, right?
Yes. Yep.
And so I heard you talk about the mindset of how to get started on this program, right? So I want to dive into that. I want to let you talk about that a little bit. So it's talk about this mindset.
Yeah, so I am a huge believer that mindset is 1,000% for anything you want in this life, right? And I believe every day you have a choice, right? And you're going to wake up and you have a choice to either be like, you know what, today's going to be the best day ever, or today's going to be a crappy day, right? Like when you wake up, that's the very first thing that I believe you're going to tell your mindset, right? And so just like with weight loss, you can wake up and be like, oh man, I got to only eat chicken and broccoli today, right? Or you can wake up and be like, I'm so grateful that I know exactly what I'm going to eat today. I don't even got to worry about it, because now I know what I got to eat to get to my goals, right? They're the exact same thing. But you're either going to be excited and you're going to be like, now I know what to do. I know how to get there. Or this is all I get to eat today. It's a mindset, right? It's a complete mindset. And if you tell yourself you're excited, I guarantee you'll be excited. If you tell yourself this is all I get to eat today, you're going to hate it. It's totally all in your mindset. And so for me, I believe mindset is 1,000% anything, right? So my staff always makes fun of me because I have a song that I sing every day, right? It's going to be a great, 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 great day. But I sing it to them every day, right? They know it. If you saw my birthday, everybody sings it because I believe that, right? Like tell yourself it's going to be a great day.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge believer in mindset.
Well, you know, it's interesting that you say that because I was one of the people that would say, you know, I have to go to the gym today. Oh, I don't want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the gym, right?
Exactly.
But for the last 2 days, I've had no electricity here at my house, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this morning I felt like I was in the 1800s because I had to do a sponge bath this morning because I had to make it to the gym.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So we're talking real stuff here on this show,
yes,
right?
I love that.
Your birdie bath. I love it.
Yeah.
But I made it to the gym, right?
Love
because
that.
I said, I'm going to do this. I turned 61 this year, and I'm like, I am going to look like I'm 40. I'm going to look like Sariah.
Yes, heck yeah. Why not? Right? Whatever you want to be, you can do it. Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
You know, but I want to dive into a little bit more because your weight loss program is not, to me, it's just not a weight loss program, right? Because it doesn't feel like that today. You know, we talked about this a little bit earlier. Is I went in this morning and I was telling the one of the trainers, I says, you know, my husband wants to go to IHOP this morning, right? After the gym. I mean, who goes to IHOP after the gym?
Yeah.
But she says, it's okay. You have, you know, you have your app, get on there, put down exactly what you're going to eat, and you'll know your goal for the end of the day, what you can have, right?
Wow.
Don't cheat yourself.
Yes.
You know, and I think most people come into a weight loss program and they're like, yes, I only eat chicken and broccoli.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly. And I think that's a big factor is, you know, I always tell people to like, oh, it's so hard to track. And I say, tracking is hard. Like, let's be real. Tracking is not hard, right? Once again, it's a mindset thing. Like you said, either I'm going to wake up and I'm going to freaking put in my food today because I want to know my numbers, right? If you're really wanting to get to where you're at, you got to know numbers. Like, as I tell everyone. So how hard is tracking really? Do you not have 5 minutes to just put in what you're going to have? Now we could say working out might be hard, right? Waking up at 4 a.m. might be hard. But tracking your food, those are numbers. Those are what you, like you said, right? I want to go to IHOP. Cool. Let's go to IHOP, right? But if you're going to go eat 3,000 calories at IHOP, you better know you ate 3,000 calories at IHOP, right? So tomorrow when you say, why am I up? Well, you just ate 3,000 calories, right? So that's what I love. And that's what we're all about, right? Give us numbers. If you give us numbers, we will be able to change the world with those, right? But a lot of people, like you're saying, Melinda, they'll go, oh, I couldn't track today. Well, how do we know where we're at? Right? You got to get us those numbers. And that's one thing we're passionate about, right? We will help you, but just tell us, what are your favorite things? Hey, I got to go to IHOP. I'm going to go to a Mexican restaurant. Okay, then let's dive in and figure out how do we go to this Mexican restaurant or go to IHOP and make sure we can be successful, right?
So I want to ask you something about numbers, and I'm not going to get specific about, you know, like calories and that, but what I do know about like that food component is super important. I mean, we know that exercise is important, but I've heard that it's as high as 80% important to the whole equation. Is that true in your estimation?
In my estimation, it's 100% true, right? Okay. You do not need to work out. If you look at a lot of our patients, they never work out ever, right? And what our number one factor is, hey, we want to get you to where you want to be by eating, right? Working out is awesome. Linda will tell you, when you go work out, your mental state, and that's what I love working out for, is amazing, right? To be able to get down on the ground and get with your grandkids, to be able to do a squat. Those are important factors for life, no matter what. But if we're talking strictly weight loss, you do not need to work out. You need to get your diet in check, right? That is how you lose weight. You lose weight by your diet. Just like Melinda said, oh, I had 3 drinks or this or that. Yeah, right? And it adds up so fast. And that's what people don't realize, right? So now exercise can help maybe go faster, right? Exercise can maybe help us maintain easier. But the only way you're going to lose weight is through a calorie deficit, right? We have to make sure we're in a calorie deficit.
I love that. I love that. You know, and I want to talk a little bit about your app, Sariah, because I've never seen an app like that. And that app is so amazing because, like you said, you may only have 3 or 4 locations right now, but
Yes.
that app you don't have to be at that location in
Yes.
order to do what you're doing right now. And
Yes.
that's what I think is so important to let everybody know. This can go worldwide just
Yes.
by an app.
Yes, right. And that's one thing that we're really passionate about, right? So, because this all started when COVID happened, because we had to do a lot of telemedicine. And so now we are licensed in all 50 states, right? So we can treat everybody all over the USA now. And then, like you said, Melinda, it's all done through our app, anyways. So once you join onto the family, right? Most of your stuff's going to be on your app. You can do our virtual workouts through the app. We have all of our recipes in the app. So it's all done through the app. So that is one thing that we love, is like you said, is that we're passionate about our app, and trying to help people realize that, hey, you can do everything right here, everything.
Yeah,
That's
because who doesn't carry their phone everywhere? People wake up and say hello to their phone before they do their spouse, right?
Yeah, right, Anna. We're gonna make you get on there and be like, you got your phone, log that crap, right? Log it, log
I'm
it.
all about accountability. I love you.
Yeah.
Okay, but I gotta brag a little bit on the things that Melinda says about you. She says that one of the key factors for her too is that she has a live representative in your organization who will answer a question. I gotta say, that is more important than any other app I've ever seen. Just the fact that you can talk to a person, get the lowdown on maybe having that drink or that cider and going, yeah, well, that's where you went off track. Because that's not an algorithm. So having a person on the other end in your program makes all the difference. And that's what you tell me, right?
Absolutely. And that was funny because when I first started, Sariah, that evening, my coach called me.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, okay, Melinda, we're going to get started. And my husband was like, you're on the phone right now with the coach? And I'm like, yeah. Like, who does that?
Yeah, I love
but
that.
not only that, this is what blew me away about your whole system, right? So I'm sitting in the parking lot the day that I started, right? That I decided I'm going to go get my first everything there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm sitting in the parking lot, and you guys hadn't opened yet, and all your employees that are coming in, right? All the nurses, all the coaches, and everybody that's walking in. I turned around, and I looked over at my husband. I said, do you see what I see? He goes, what? And I said, everybody that's walking in there is fit.
Good. Yes.
I'm like, he goes, well, that would possibly mean that this is the right place for you to be.
Right? Yeah. Yes. I'm very passionate about that. And I will tell you, a lot of my teammates and team members, they've all had babies lately and things like that. And they have all done so good at, they all do our virtual workouts together. We do them together. Like, we have our 5:30 class we'll do together. We have our 7 p.m. class we do together. So I have the best team in the whole world. So we're all on the same mission. We're all on that same drive. And they are the best.
They have 5:30 classes, like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I don't get up until 7, right? Well, now I have to get up by 5:30 because I live in the mountains, right? But I go all the way down to Rancho so that I can make sure that I'm at the workout. So Dawn's like, there is something different about this whole program, because I was the one that said, I am not waking up until after 7 o'clock in the morning, but now I'm getting up and getting there. But it's the motivation. Cool. It's like all about the mindset, right? But everybody there makes you feel like you have a goal. Yeah. You have a goal, right? And I'm going to meet that.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. No, so Anna, are you in?
Oh, I'm totally in. I'm just going to speak for all the people listening to this right now. I mean, I know there's a lot of heartache, right? I think, and here, this is what we do when we break down the deep dive, right? The self-reflection. That's what Melinda and I are so good at. We just appreciate the partnership with you, because everybody wants to feel self-love. And I'm just going to say, the only time I felt like I had a really wonderful relationship with food was when I had my eat, pray, love moment. I had just gotten divorced. I had money in my pocket, and I went to Paris, and I thought, I'm just going to eat my way through France. But I was walking everywhere, and I had this like happiness mindset. I was liberated. I just felt like I was living for me. And that was one of those passion moments when I realized life can be so good, and you can have butter and cheese at the end of the meal. I
Yes.
found out later it's because there's no pasteurization, so that's
Uh-huh.
kind of helping like a
Right.
digestive enzyme. We don't have that in America. Don't eat cheese for dessert, but you have to have this healthy love of food and your body. And I, for my speaking for my friend and what I know of her, I'm just so excited that she's that excited. I want the world to feel that excited. I think we all
Yes.
have a heartache story, but I like to live like I've never lost love or self love or whatever. So yes, you're
Mm-hmm.
pulling me right into the sweet spot, both of you.
Oh, yes,
Well,
yes.
Sorry, I want to talk to you a little bit about the RCMC. Where do you think, where do you see it going? What are your goals? What are your goals for RCMC? Because I just think that it's the best thing ever.
Oh, I love that, Melinda. So yeah, my biggest goal in life is kind of what Anna was saying is when I had twins, and so I was super overweight. I gained like 100 pounds and I couldn't lose it. And I can only speak for myself when I say this, but I've never been depressed in my life until that moment. My twins were a year old. I was still like 80 pounds overweight. I didn't lose the weight. And that is when my mission started. And so I always say now my mission is to help as many people as possible. I don't care if you tell me you're confident. I don't care because I can only go off how I felt and I felt terrible. And so now with me being healthy and being able to put on whatever clothes I want and be able, right? Like I want every woman, man, whoever it is to feel that because I know that you do feel better when you're healthy. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not saying you might not feel confident or be good but when you're healthy and you feel good, it changes your life. And so for me now, that's what my mission is. I tell every day our staff knows we will be the biggest weight loss program in the world, changing people's lives, right? And the best, right? Like you said,
Yeah.
like my goal is to be the best. I'm not here to just, oh, here, do my program. No, we are the best program. And like you said, that comes with you're going to have a coach, right? We're going to hold you accountable. Every single Melinda will tell you she has my cell phone number. Every patient has my cell phone number. Like it's not like, oh, here, right? Like, no, my mission is to make sure that if you do my program, you're going to get results, period. Right. And so
Wow.
that's where I'm at now. It's like, okay, how do we help more people? Because I would never want someone to feel the way I felt ever.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And you make everybody feel like that, because I just got to say, your program is just incredible. And I want the whole world to know about it because I know
Aw.
what it's like to feel overweight and my knees
Yeah.
hurt, and
Yes.
I almost quit
Yes.
like the first week, right? And
Ah,
Michelle was like, no, you're not quitting. You're coming back
no.
tomorrow.
Yes.
And she was like
Yeah.
texting me, you're going to be here in the morning, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but now, today, Alex even told me, she goes, oh my God, look, Melinda, your squats are lower.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about, right? It's just those little
Yeah.
things in life that are so important that we take for granted, right?
Yeah.
We have one of our patients who's been with us for years and years. Dee, she could not squat. And now you come into the gym and she just did that little competition we had and she's the squatting machine, right? It's those things that you take for granted that it's like, okay, I just want to be able to be healthy and live life. And if I got to get down on the ground or get up, right, I can do that now. And those are things.
And and everybody's so great there, everybody's so motivation and they all pick you up and they all make sure. There's a 75-year-old lady that goes in there and she's just the cutest thing and she's like squatting and everything. I'm like, man, I want to grow up and be like,
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah. No, we have, that's what I always say. And just like you said, when I'm a huge believer in mindset and what you put out there, I will tell you guys, for some reason, we get the best patients ever, just like Melinda. For some reason, they come to us, and same with my team. Like I'm so grateful and blessed, but I believe what Melinda believes, that what you put out there is what you get. And so
that's right.
I'm beyond grateful that we get great patients like Melinda, a great team, like Melinda will say, our team's freaking amazing. So I believe in all of that.
I love it. I love it. Anna, you have anything to say?
Well, yeah. I mean, knowing that I'm in Las Vegas, right, and that I can't make my way there at 5:30 in the morning, I want to talk a little bit more and dive into this. That you have exercises that are included on your app, and that thrills me because again,
Yes.
Once I start a program and I've got that accountability tool, I ran long distances when I was younger, and then I discovered weightlifting when I was 30. So there's a lot of muscle under there. But
Yes.
the fact that you can have all that within one, again,
Yep.
one app, one click, that makes a huge difference because we all can't walk into your gym
Yep.
and see your beautiful staff. I believe you that you'll be my accountability partner. I can't wait to
Yes.
I can't wait to
Yes.
come in and see you. But can you talk a little bit about how that exercise program is
Totally.
customized or laid out for
Yeah.
people?
Yep. So we have always had, in the past, whenever you joined our program, you have a personal trainer and you have a nutrition coach. And the personal trainer, or if you live close by, you can come into the office and do the workouts in person, right? So for our patients that don't live close by, when they sign up, they'll have their nutrition coach, and then they have the personal trainer who will find out, okay, are we going to go to a gym? Are we working out from home? Where do we do? And then she will design your workouts for you, right?
Wow.
What we've now started is our virtual classes, which I am obsessed with. And so the reason why we started these is because I'm a huge believer in just those $40 bands that you get from Amazon. That's all I do. Those are the only workouts I do. I love them. I'm obsessed with them. So I started doing my 5:30 a.m. class. So Anna, I better see you tomorrow there. Okay. So we have a 5:30 a.m. class that I do my band workout. That's my workout. And I did it because this is what I do all the time. And I'm like, hey, I can do this for our patients, right? And so our patients love it, right? Or like when Melinda's saying, I've also recorded all of them. So if you can't make my 5:30 a.m. class, you can then just click on any of those band workouts that are already done and you can do them with us. So at any time of your day, right? So, but no matter what, like I said, your personal trainer will already have given you your exercises too. So it's just kind of like a bonus, right? Like, hey, I don't want to do that workout. I'm just going to do a band class today. I'm Sariah right here in my house, or I'm going to go to the gym and get a workout in, right? There's plenty of options and choices depending on what's right for that patient.
It sounds like you have a lot of value in there. I mean, I've hired a personal trainer and had them come to my house. It can be very, very expensive.
Yeah.
I think what I'm really intrigued by though is that personalization in like the food and nutrition coaching. It's so confusing. And one other thing that really caught my attention from what Melinda said is she watched people walk into your clinic. I can't tell you how skeptical I am when people say, "Oh, try my supplement," and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
it's not working for you and your entourage. I think you're all lovely on your Facebook Live, but I ain't trying
Yes.
it. You know,
Yes.
it's a
Yes.
good buyer beware market. So the fact that
Yes.
medical's in your name gives me a lot of assurance.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I
The
can't wait
guidance.
for my team to hear this because exactly what you guys are saying. I'm always like that. I'm like, guys, we represent our brand. We represent our brand, right? We got to represent our brand. So once they hear this, I'll be like, oh my gosh, you got to listen to this podcast, guys.
You seriously, the proof is right in front of me. You look amazing. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. You know, I think that's one of the things that I was so impressed about with the whole weight loss program was your app, because it's not only giving you the training that you need and your own coach, but it's also giving you the meal programs and how to stay on protocol and what to do, what not to do, and just the coaches. You know, if you're talking to your coach, they're like, it's okay, Melinda. It's okay you didn't lose weight. It's okay if you put a half a pound on. Don't stress about it. Tomorrow's another day. Just get back on track. You know, and there's nobody saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe you ate that today. I can't believe you're going to IHOP. No, go to IHOP. They're like, and I was like, you're telling me I could go to IHOP? I've never heard that in a weight loss program before. Like, and they're like, just track it. Just track it so you know where you're at.
Yep. Yeah. I love that.
I think we need freedom. I mean, that's the lesson I learned from French women who put a little pat of butter in there now and again. And I think, you know, I also lived in Australia for a year and a half. And that's right when I came back in the 90s when labels went on, you know, food. And I was like, well, what's this? You saw the whole country get obsessed about labels. And yet we got fatter and fatter. We got more and more obsessed. So I think we're a frustrated nation. I think we do need good, solid nutrition counseling. I want to see you take this by storm. I think it's so important that people learn how to enjoy healthy food, how to get into a mindset that works. People are trying all kinds of shortcuts. I'm not saying, you know, they're not out there, but there is no substitute for getting educated and a good accountability partner. And be careful, people. Like just trust the experts and go in and find that good education.
You know, and I want to just say this real quick. So many weight loss programs talk about lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so what is your lifestyle, right? Well, sometimes, you know, we have events and then I don't eat the right things for like 4 or 5 days, right?
Yeah.
And Sariah just went on vacation and I was laughing because she had all these little pouches for every day of her protein drink. And I'm like, how does she stay on track? Because I could take my pouches with me, but that doesn't mean I'm going to do my protein shake.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, Melinda. Yeah.
Right?
So there are some non-negotiables that are in my life, right? And that's what I try to tell you guys all the time. You got to have non-negotiables where it's like, as Melinda will tell you, one thing we are passionate about is protein. Every woman, if you're listening to this, you are not getting enough protein. I will guarantee you that, right? And so as I've been on this journey, that's something that is a non-negotiable that I will make sure, especially when I travel, I have 2 protein shakes a day. Like there's no ifs, ands, buts about it, right? Because just like Melinda said, I know I'm gonna have other stuff. And most of the time when you're out and about, what are we eating? Carbs, a little this, a little that, and protein goes completely out the window when I travel, right? And so that is one thing that I make sure every time I know I'm going somewhere is I have 2 protein shakes a day. And think about it, that's only 50 grams of protein, right? That's still nothing, right? But I'll tell you, that's 50 grams more than I would have had, right? Once it comes back to your mindset, I'm not gonna think about the negative, like I only had, no, at least I had 50 grams, right? I could have had none if I wouldn't have taken those 2 shakes with me, but at least I know I got 50 grams in today. So definitely, like Linda said, there's definitely times in life where us girls have to say, you know what? No, this is a non-negotiable. I got to do this, right? But then I might get off track for the rest of the week, but I still know I got my 2 protein shakes in.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what I love about what Melinda says. It's not about beating yourself up for getting off track.
yeah.
We're almost out of time. I can't thank you enough for joining us today.
You guys are amazing. I think it's all freaking day with you guys.
This is so amazing. I love this. I knew it was going to be so exciting. I was so excited about it, like all day today. I was like, oh my God, Sariah's going to be on the show, and I just want to talk about everything that she's doing because it's just so amazing. Everybody needs to know about it. Everybody.
You guys are awesome. You gave me chills.
Well, and and if in the audience, if you want to know more, you can visit her website. It's rcmcmedicalcenter.com. Did I get that right, Sariah?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, and you can check her out on the gram at rcmc.medical.center. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to be there in person and give you a hug. I
Me
really
too.
appreciate it.
Me too. But I'll see you at 5:30 tomorrow. I'm gonna send you the link.
Okay,
You said it. You're in now, girl.
I know. I am motivated, ladies. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. You guys are the best. I love ya.
Thank you so much. We love ya. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for tuning in to the I Am Show, where we explore stories that inspire and empower. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to like, rate, and subscribe so you never miss an update. Share this with someone who needs a little extra inspiration, and we'll see you next time on the I Am Show.